Well, we are due to have race 2 right now for the Track Attack XL Cup. But I think we're going to be delayed. Right at the moment, we've got burnouts running next door, and that's causing a little bit of a smoke issue at turn 1. I think that will clear fairly quickly, and we are on warm-up lap, so we may be doing an additional warm-up lap for the Track Attack XL Cup. This is Mike Jones joining you once more for MTR Images, a live stream here at Queensland Raceway, and the Factor Fire XL's on track. Factor Fire for all your fire protection needs. And check out RyanCasherRacing.com as Fire Factor support. The number 79 Ryan Casher Racing XL. Progressive grid here for XL Cup. So Cameron Bartholomew, a race 1 winner, will start from pole position with Brett Parrish alongside. Then Mitch Wooler and James Simpson, Riley Beggs and an impressive Brady Owen on his first race meeting. Came home in 6th. Luke Pink and Benjamin Gomersall share the 4th row of the grid. Ryan O'Sullivan and Mick McLeod round out the top 10. Then we have Dan Natoli and Sam Taylor, Jason Harron and Dylan Burse, Liam Moyes and Harrison Bates, Richard Espray and Andrew Hamilton, Josh Richards and Amar Sharma rounding out the top 20. Then our South African racer here this weekend, Dylan Roeder, starts from position 21. We have Gordon Smith, Jordan McNamara, Shane Marnie, Madison Wooler, Brooke Walmus, Caleb Peterson, James Van Roon, Chris Wilkins, Brendan Martin in 30th. Then Charlie Monteleone, Dion Andrews, Ryan King, Jared Hughes. Ryan Casher from position 35. He had a fuel pump failure in the first race. It got a bit gunged up, I think was the technical term. Trey Machota starts from position 36. Didn't finish after battling for the win for much of race 1. Machota had a collision with a driver during that fierce battle, and it caused a tyre to go down on him. Darren Weddington also didn't finish the first race, so 2 of the top 3 point scorers in Machota and Weddington didn't get any points from race 1, so Ryan O'Sullivan was the big beneficiary out of all of that. Stephen Scales and Ivan Painter, and hopefully Josh Dremel as well, had problems as well, and hopefully Dremel's car is repaired and back in action. Smoke is starting to clear a bit, so looks like we'll be able to get a race underway. So Parrish and Bartholomew sharing the front row of the grid. Bartholomew, the black number 91. Parrish, the red number 54. Then on the second row of the grid, Mitch Wooler, the black and turquoise number 36. James Simpson, the bright blue number 76. Riley Beggs, the all black 81. And Brady Owen in the bright red 30. It's the orange, I should say, number 25. Then we've got Pink and Gomersall running out the top 10. So coming around to take the start this time. Fairly even start. They're actually, the 2 grid rows are actually further spaced than normal. But here we go. Even start from pretty much everybody. No jumping up the order from anyone further back in the pack. So the front row leads them around. Bartholomew with a slight advantage over Parrish, but they're effectively side by side through turn 2. In fact, everyone's pretty much side by side with their grid row partners at the pointy end of the field. Wooler's actually not got a strong start, and he's no, that's not Wooler, that's further back in the pack. Wooler's actually jumping up here. We're going to go 4 wide, I think, over the for second place. Oh, look at this. Huge pack of cars descending on turn 6. And it should be Bartholomew and Parrish emerging at the front. Still they are. But Wooler has actually come through and is leading the way. So Mitchell Wooler holds the lead on the run down to turn 4. Parrish second. Bartholomew on the high line in third. Brady Owen has jumped up into fourth. Gomersall is right there with him as well. So the grid has shuffled on the run down the back straight. Wooler leads from Parrish. Wooler leads from Bartholomew, then Parrish, then Owen, Gomersall, and Riley Beggs is next. O'Sullivan, I think, has started fairly strongly as well. It's down the grid slightly in the earlier race, but down the Dick Johnson straight to complete the first lap. And Wooler leads the way from Bartholomew, Parrish, Owen, Gomersall, Beggs, O'Sullivan, Simpson back in 8th position, Pink and Sam Taylor complete the top 10. Natoli, Josh Richards, Mick McLeod, Harry Bates and Dylan Burst make up the top 15. Out of turn 2. Well, Parrish is in second place now. He's gotten past. And in fact, Bartholomew is losing positions here. Owen's going past him for 4th. And Gomersall's helping Owen here. A little bit of bump drafting. Oh, in fact, that was a big bump there between Gomersall and Owen. And that saw Gomersall check up. And Bartholomew will slide back into place between them. So he's hoping the problem with Bartholomew is just temporary. Seems to be. Bartholomew's back into 4th now. He's gotten past Gomersall, but Owen is doing a fantastic job up into 3rd place while Parrish and Wooler fight over the lead. Yeah, Simpson's lost a few positions. He's just got one back on O'Sullivan, though. And in fact, he's just got Gomersall as well. There was almost contact between them. Gomersall's just lost 2 or 3 positions on the run through Snake Gully and accelerating out of turn 5. But up front, it's still Wooler and Bartholomew and Parrish. Sorry, not Bartholomew, Wooler and Parrish, with Bartholomew having dropped back to 4th place behind Owen. Riley Beggs holding 3rd place. Gomersall's out of shape. He's off onto the dirt on the outside of turn 1. Loses 2 places to Simpson and to O'Sullivan. Oh, and we've got a car trundling through pit lane. That's Richards, I think, has had to do a drive-through on the opening lap. So presumably that's a carryover penalty from race 1. Cash is coming back through the field, and so there's a big brake lock-up. Who's gone straight on? One of the yellow cars. It's not Whittington, it's not Casher. I think that's the 97. Liam Moyse, I think that is, who's gone straight on at turn 3 into the kitty litter. Meanwhile, up front, Parrish has claimed the lead while I was trying to identify the car at turn 3. So Parrish leads from Wooler, Owen, Bartholomew, Beggs, Simpson, O'Sullivan. And then Pink, I think, is next. But we've gone clamp down. Why have we, the clamp down will be for Liam Moyse, parked up in the sand trap at turn 3. Parrish was late picking up the clamp down. Moyes has gone a long way into the sand, but he hasn't made it to the wall, so there's no concern about damage to the car. But certainly you can see in the long shot there that Moise is certainly a long way into that sand trap. He's tried to recover, as you see he's turned sideways, but yeah, the nose of the car is just buried. Sand trap doing exactly what it's supposed to do. So for those of you unfamiliar with the procedures here at Queensland Raceway, we've gone to a clamp down, which is not too far different from the Formula One virtual safety car. Basically everyone drops to 40 kilometers an hour and maintains the gap to the car in front of them when the clamp down came out. Of course, there's the natural tendency to bunch up, and that does tend to happen. But for the most part, there's no real advantage to be gained and or lost. But looking at the field there, you know, we've got Parrish sitting in the race lead, Mitch Wooler tucked in behind. Brady Owen, sensational job here by Brady Owen in the Tim Chem car. He's actually the teammate of Ryan Casher out of the Factor Fire pits. So at least one of the cars is doing really well, although Casher is flying, just by the way, from his rear of grid start. And looking to see where those drivers are who've come from the rear of field. Ryan Casher has climbed from effectively 35th into 21st in just 2 laps. Now Trey Machota has done even better and is 19th. So those 2 quick cars coming from the back are well up the order already. Now I see we've had a late entry into the field. Holly is, oh, we're away. Race has restarted. And Wooler has gotten the better of Parrish at the start. Well, we see Parrish is going strongly now, and he's gotten past Wooler on the run down the back straight here at the inside line. So terminal speed helping Parrish. Car maybe just ever so slightly quicker in a straight line. Of course, it comes down to how much speed. Oh, look at this pack fighting over, I think that is 5th place. Sorry, no, this is the battle for 4th, I should say. It's Bartholomew who's at the front of this group. Riley Beggs is next in that plain-looking black car, number 81. Though Sullivan tucked in underneath, then Simpson. And Pink, I think, is the next car after that. You see Gomasol's red car, the Adhesiel car in the mix there. And here we see there's Machota coming up through the field. And there's Casher, the bright yellow car that's just travelled across screen. And Whittington there as well, also climbing back up the order. I think that was Whittington. I'll have another look shortly. But back to the front of the field, Parrish leading the way from Wooler into turn 1. 5 laps completed, 7 to go. Owen third, but there's a huge gap from Brady Owen back to 4th place. An enormous gap. It's well over 10 seconds. Bartholomew at the front of that group with Beggs tucked in behind, followed by O'Sullivan, Simpson, Sam Taylor in the number 13s climbing up the order. Gomasol, followed by Natoli, Bates, McLeod, Dylan Roder. That's a huge pack that's fighting for that 4th place. There's the 3 leaders, and Parrish is starting to stretch the gap. And here's the fight for 4th. Bartholomew still at the front of that group with Beggs, and O'Sullivan is in 6th position. Simpson just losing an additional car length before we get to Luke Pink in the Luxus car, and then the Adhesiel car of Gomasol. Back to our 2 race leaders though. There's Parrish and Mitch Wooler, and here's the incredible crowd of cars fighting over that 4th and back. there's Ryan Cash of the Fire Factor car. Now just looking to see Ryan across the start-finish line. He was 24, so he's actually lost a couple of places. Casher may be in some additional trouble here. Here are the race leaders once more. Parrish now leading from Waller. We see Liam Moyes' car just going across in front of us, the car that was in the sand trap. He's lost a lap. And there's Brady Owen in the Tinkham car, and just sensational job Owen has done. He was able to get into the right spot, and when things went on early in the race, he was clear and in front of what was going on for 4th place. And he's tacked on the back of the 2 race leaders. And right at the moment, all he has to do is stay on track and keep circulating with the same times, and he'll come home in 3rd place. The top 3 are well clear. With car in the sand. Couldn't quite pick up who that was. Here's the battle for 4th though. And we see that Bartholomew and Beggs have gotten away from the rest of the pack here. So the pack is now fighting over 6th place, while we have this 2-car scrap going on for 4th. Simpson now at the front of the 6-car group. And we're looking down the field to pick up where some of the other cars are. We're looking for Casher, but that's not him actually right at the moment. Further down the field, I want to catch up on where Trey Machota is as well. He's meanwhile, Beggs and O'Sullivan. Beggs just drifted wide through turn 1, and O'Sullivan's got up the inside. Gomersall is right with them. There's a car missing from that group. He's trying to pick up that's not Riley Beggs. That's Luke Pink, who was in this scrap here. Pink is the one in the front of that group. Then we've got Gomersall and O'Sullivan, and the 3 of them are chasing Simpson, who is in danger of being able to get away and maybe latch on to those 2 black cars fighting over in 4th place of Bartholomew and Beggs. So Gomersall has gotten around O'Sullivan and is now chasing after Luke Pink on the run down to turn 4. So race leaders. And Parrish is actually getting away from Wooler now. Oh, great scrap going further back in the pack. And I think Trey Machota is in the midst of that scrap. Were in the midst of that fight. Jared Hughes coming back through the field as well. Now there's Machota there in the grey, white and orange car. He's moved up into 12th. He's just got through Natoli and McLeod. He's lining up Harry Bates. Harrison Bates, I should say. There are 2 of them in Australian motorsport, so we do want to... And there's a bit going on. This is further back in the pack. That's down in the mid-20s, but back up towards turn 2. There's Simpson just running away from the group that's being led by Luke Pink. So Bates there, the white car up front. Then Machota is next, followed by Natoli, McLeod, Harron, Hughes, Burse, and Friends down to about 20th. Holly Spray has climbed up into that group as well. She's started from the rear of grid, didn't take part in the first race, so she's racing through the field. So yeah, that's the Machota group that's on screen just then. Now up front, Brady Owen is catching Mitch Muller for 2nd place. There they are, there's our race leaders once more. You see that Parrish is checked out. But Brady Owen is going for second place. He's right on Wallace's tail on the back straight here. Owen has never been top 3 before, and now he's looking at second place. Fantastic drive here. And he's got up the inside of Waller, but Waller's on the inside line for turn 4. So it'll be how much Waller will have to carry more speed from the wide run through turn 5, but he's lost distance as well. They're going side by side under brakes. Owen wisely decided to drop back into line once more. But no, he's certainly not being unaggressive at all. He's got the inside line for turn 5. Excellent driving there from Owen, some great technique. But Waller, once again, has the inside line. A pair of youngsters chasing the veteran of the class, the 4-time champion. Here's the battle for 4th place, and Simpson has caught the battle for 4th between Bartholomew and Beggs. So now there's a 3-car scrap going on. And here's this tremendous battle going on further back in the field. The number 6 car of Harry Bates leading that group with Natoli and McLeod and Hughes and Aaron and Dremel and Holly Spray all around them. Back towards the front of the field, there's their 3-car battle for 4th on screen right now. And just behind them is another 3-car battle for 7th, which is being led by Luke Pink with O'Sullivan and Gomersall. But this scrap here, the scrap for 4th, Beggs, Bartholomew, and here comes Simpson. He's got the run on Bartholomew. And Simpson back into 5th place, regaining lost ground. But Gomersall has just set the fastest lap of the race in that battle for. Oh, Owen's got second. Owen, that's happened on the run out of turn 3. So Brady Owen's gotten into second place. Parrish has got this race won. I think we're on lap 10 of 12. We're about to start the last lap. Actually, we're almost finished lap 11. But Owen is brilliant here. He's got past Waller and he's got a gap. And here's the scrap for 4th. Beggs holds 4th, but he's wide. Simpson's ahead of Bartholomew. They should get an advantage because Beggs will have lost speed in the dirt. And there's the battle for second, just crossing the line. Waller is right onto Owen's tail. We're starting the last lap now. There was that scrap for second. Owen in the orange tin car. We're now looking at race leader Brett Parrish, who has checked out. He's got this race shot to bits. And this will, if he can do it, this will be Parrish's first win for the year. It's a long wait for Parrish to get his first win of the year, if he does it. Oh, here's this. Oh. Sprat once more. This is back in the teens. Now that will be, I think there was Machota there at the front of that group. Here's Parrish, our race leader. Out of turn 5. 1 corner left in the race, and here's Owen and Waller, and Owen's got a car length on Waller. I don't think Waller will be able to recover that in this last braking zone. Parrish about to come out of the final turn for the run to the flag, and Brett Parrish gets his first win for 2021. Long time coming for the veteran of the class. And Brady Owen, a brilliant second place ahead of Mitch Waller. Now the battle for 4th is coming to the line. And Riley Beggs wins it from Simpson. O'Sullivan's crossed the line in 6th place. Bartholomew's fallen out of the battle for 4th on the last lap. Simpson claims 5th, O'Sullivan 6th ahead of Pink, then Bartholomew, Gomersall, and Trey Machota rear of grid to 10th. Magnificent. Mick McLeod has won the battle for 11th ahead of Sam Taylor, Jared Hughes, Josh Dremel, who's come from rear of grid, Holly Spray also from rear of grid, Harry Bates is 16th, then Jason Harron. Dan Natoli, Andrew Hamilton and Richard Espray. Holly's father rounds out the top 20. Then we've got Dylan Burst, Dylan Rhoda, Omar Sharma, Gordon Smith, Stephen Scales, Josh Richards, Patterson, Brooke Wanless, Mahoney, McNamara in 30th. Then King, Martin, Wilkins, Monteleone, Madison Woolworth is 35th. Now, Andrews hasn't come around to finish yet. Oh, there he is now. So Andrews in 36th. Liam Moyse is in the end a lap down in 37th. We lost Ryan Casher again in that race, so maybe the fuel pump might not have been the issue. I hope it's not something like a contaminated fuel tank. But I'm just speculating. I have no idea what's wrong. Darren Whittington actually didn't take the start, so something seriously wrong with the number 52 and with the series points leader for that matter. Ivan Painter didn't make the finish either. So 37 cars did make the finish, only 2 retirements. So thanks to Factor Fire for all your fire protection needs. Factor Fire is a race sponsor of Ryan Casher at ryancasherracing.com. Check them out. And Ryan's teammate Brady Owen has had a magnificent second place finish in that race there. For, of course, EFS 4x4 accessories and Castrol, category sponsor for the Trek Attack XL Cup. And once again, thank you to Factor Fire, our broadcast sponsor for the XLs. We'll be back in a little bit with race 3 for the Get Chopped TechMed Australia Palmer Steel Industries Trans Ams. This is the MTR Images live stream at Queensland Raceway.